What's going on, everyone? Welcome. It is Sunday, our community Q&A. You got questions? I may or may not have some answers. I think that's probably the best intro yet. Anyway, let's see what we got going on. How's everyone doing? FLUX's racing home inside of his Lambo. And yeah, hopefully he makes it there safely. But so far, we got Trying to Mine. What's going on? Andres 23007, welcome. Stoker Ace, Patrick Murphy, Rud Putz, Gozo, Maitayak, Squirrel Master, MC's a Pirate, Patrick Murphy, Balls. What's going on, Balls? Balls is a baller. If anyone was unaware about that situation, he really is. Budweiser. All right, continuing on, we got Dan Ruggs, Horsecoin, What is Happening, Mental Mining UK, Jock McMiner UK, Patrick Murphy, I probably said that, not sure. Dave Collins, what's going on? Scrolling. What we got? Travelers Travels, what's happening? BDD, what's going on? Sebchap S. Scrolling. Cobra, welcome. What's going on, Cobra? Chris Hanley. Okay, try not to repeat. Grizzly Mining, what is going on? Techman, welcome. There's another Techman here yesterday. You weren't here, Techman, I don't think, but there was another Techman. It was interesting times. Gozo Italic, Thomas Drill Skill, Squirrel Master. Hey, today's Sunday also. Techman, aren't you supposed to be somewhere? Or maybe it was every second Sunday. I can't remember now, but I think I say this every Sunday. Anyway, Jock McMiner, UK, what's going on? You have stopped GPU mining. 33 cents per kilowatt hour. I definitely do not blame you. I think anything over 7 cents or 6 cents right now is probably not a good idea to have them on. Oh, it just jumped on me. Okay, I don't know where we were. We got Automatic Beats here. I'm kind of scrolling up. Mental Mining UK, Jock McMiner UK, DMC Ill, Dansan, what's happening? 306 Miner, Madness Investor, Gillis Arsenal, Bad Cat, what's going on? The Wicked Jester, what's happening? And hopefully I caught everyone. If I didn't, just yell at me. A few quick updates here that I have not tested out before we get into any types of questions and stuff. But be sure to at me, super chat, whatever you want to do to get my attention. But there is an Ipollo update. It's not on my website yet, and I haven't tested it yet. But it's supposed to make them more efficient. Now, I was talking with T Swift. They've been testing it out, and so far it sounds like you lose a little bit of hash rate. Obviously, it's going to drop a little bit of power, but it's almost like it's not really doing anything. Now, that's early reports so far, so we don't know if it's working. So it sounds like it's pretty much the same efficiencies at a reduction of hash rate, which makes 0 sense to be even using it. But it adds an eco mode, supposedly. I'll try to be testing that out sometime, later on the week or something. We'll see what happens. Now mining NFTs. You're mining NFTs. Oh, you mean the mining NFTs like Kadena Hashing? They've been selling those NFTs for those KD Maxes and stuff. And supposedly how it works is you buy the NFT and then obviously you get however much that you buy, like it's almost like buying a share in a real miner. And through the NFTs, depending on the package you purchased, you get the rewards to your address based on that. So is that what you're referring to as the mining NFTs? Maybe, possibly. And my helium miner does $5 per week. Great location, top of a building in the middle of the city. Yeah, speaking of helium, I'm not sure. I'm going to have a look what I've been doing lately. So I have two. I'm a lone wolf helium miner. I got 2 helium miners. They're about a block apart from each other. So, over that 300 meter mark, I'm at 2 separate locations. Right now, they're currently down, so that sucks, but that's normal. If you've been into helium, they go down sometimes. Don't do anything. Don't got to reset them. They'll be back up the next day or something. Looks like my last reward was 2 days ago, but before that, I had a few days straight of 62 cents, 50, 29, 29, and 29. So what is that? So within those, that's 50. And yeah, I'm not doing too well. I don't have a great location. I'm lone wolf, but I'm maybe, over $1 some a week. Sometimes, there are a few days where I do actually hit $1 in a day, which is awesome. But yeah, for the most part, it's not the greatest, but it's still probably more profitable than if I had a GPU on, because they only use like 10 watts or 5 watts or something crazy low that you don't even notice. KDA mining is like an abusive relationship after the KA3. Yeah, for sure. When Rabid CPU coin coming out? I don't know. I don't know how to fork anything. And I don't know. we'll see what happens. Now there's different things out there. Obviously the CPU coin would be sweet, but then you got to like upkeep a network, and what if something crashes? I won't know how to fix it. I don't even know how to fork anything right now, but I've been looking into it. But that's one issue. The other thing is, you know, I was talking to Raptorium a while back, Charlie there, who is the head guy from Raptorium, and once they implement their asset creation, you know, I may make a Rabid coin asset within Raptorium, so that may be something that may come. I don't know yet, but then it wouldn't be its own mineable coin type of thing, so then that would kind of suck, because, you know, it'd be cool to have your own coin that you can mine and stuff. So I don't know. You know, I'm still trying to figure out what to do about that whole situation, but it'll be a fun little project, I think. Don't forget the magic toads. Found a mini solar panel, and I'm making a circuit to charge my phone and battery with it. Nice, nice. That's awesome. At rabidmining, been watching your CPU rig videos. I've been doing the GPU thing, but looking to hedge my bets for more profits in the future with what I mine now. Interesting. Speaking of that, so I did see this happen today. XMRig did release an update. It's been like 5 months since they did an update, but they finally did one 6 hours ago. Now, they still have release notes on Ghostwriter, so I'm not sure what's going on. But for the most part, you know, they did add it. Not sure, Blake 2, AVX2 version. But here's an interesting part. They added MSR mod support for the Zen 4, which is your 7000 series. I didn't even pay attention if MSR mod was even applying when I was, you know, doing my hash rate test on the 7950X. So now I'm like, okay, now I got to retest stuff out, because if an MSR mod wasn't even implemented in the previous versions, we're most likely going to see a nice boost in hash rate. So now I got to re-go through a few of the algorithms like random X. It's saying only random X here, so it's fairly easy to test that out right now. Maybe we could do that right now live, but we'll see what happens. So interesting. But the other thing is, I think, like, where we at here? Let's go back to my CPU mining bolt testing here. So we got the 7950X here on the hash rate. This is reloaded all to make sure. So on random X, it was 17,887 hashes. Now we could easily push 22 to 25 kilohash here, but it's, you know, running at very hot temperatures. You need better coolers and so on. So, you know, this is a nice, fairly efficient setting when I went through these. But the main thing is Ghostwriter. Now I want to go over, when I originally did my test, this is higher than what I was actually showcased on the video I did, because there is a new version of the GR miner, CPU op GR, which has the benchmarking and everything within it. When I did do it, I used the new version, and then it gives a little higher hash rates. But because I want to get more Raptorium to finish up that smart node, remember we looked at it the other day, and need another 60,000 more Raptorium, and I'll have my 1.8 million for owning my own node. That I think with XMRig, we're over 5,000 hashes. Now, the latest GR does claim to outperform XMRig. It's about 3 months old, but still, I had to complete testing. But I think I'm going to throw all my rigs, my 3900Xs, you know, my 5950s, the 7950, everything on the Raptorium. And then I'm going to wait, let it play out for a day or so, and then get that average hash rate. And depending what it looks like, I will update the calculator. But I think we should be over 5,000 hashes on the 7950X when it comes to Raptorium using XMRig. So I'm going to look into that later. Also, the Jagger, oh, never mind. It just crashed. Oh, it just updated there. That's what I wanted to kind of go through. So Jagger coin here was in first place for a little while. There was a little pump, but it looks like it just updated, and now it's back down to second place. So never mind. But it looks like Dero is hanging out in first place currently. Now, there is a lot of misconception going on with Dero here. Dero with the latest miners. Now, there's 3 new miners other than the original. 2 of them got a 10% dev fee. One of them is 4.99, and I believe only one of them is currently able to be used in HiveOS, just based on the way it's done. I've been talking to the devs of the other ones, and they don't seem to want to do it on HiveOS because I want to do the testing, and maybe they don't want me to find out that their miner's fake or something. I don't know. But I have previously tested, like I believe it's Joe Nuts or whatever his name is. He had the first one that actually almost 80% to almost double your hash rate on Dero. and it was looking like it was coming in and not producing the blocks that it was supposed to. And lots of people reported this as well. So, I never got a full test and it only went for a couple hours, and then my node would crash and stuff. Now my nodes are working, but I can't fully get it up running in Hive OS. But at the same time frames, it was never performing as well as the original miner. And the original miner was only doing half the hash rate, which is very interesting. And, it's another thing that's a whole nother topic when you talk about Phoenix Miner, GPUs, and hash rate boosts and stuff. Do they actually give you the hash rate, or do people just care about the reported number? And it's like a thinking brain matter trick where, oh, yeah, I'm doing better, but really you're not. So that's kind of what's going on here. But I've been running some tests. I'll release the video once I get all the numbers together. But it is looking like the Uranus miner is doing what it's supposed to. So that means this number within the calculator isn't correct anymore. You are getting better hash rates. I showed you guys how to run this thing. I implemented my own presets into here now. And once I fully get it together, and I'll release the video and the results on this, Astrobot is now, why is it saying 18? It should be 17. So 17,400 hashes is now what a 7950X is doing at 121 watts. If I hit the calculate button with the power, boom, Duro is now over $1 a day, 73 cents after power on a 7950X. We're looking pre-merge here on a 7950X with GPUs just before, in this bear market, over $1 a day before power. 73 cents after power. That's insane thinking about this CPU is ripping that up with this latest miner. And it is looking like these numbers are legit. Like I said, I'm going to get the video together. I'm going to show you the results. I have screenshots, everything, 24 hours on each node. I swapped them around, did it for 24 hours again. And we were finding a lot of solo blocks mining to our own node in Duro here. I rented 2 VPSs to make sure these tests were legit and everything. And yeah, it's looking like Uranus is actually performing how it should. So I will get this calculator updated to the latest ones. Let's look at a 3900X for an example. So originally, Duro is 6,000 hashes. With the new miner, it is 3900X loaded up. So yeah, 10,400 hashes, load up a 3900X. We're now 63 cents before power, 37 cents after power. So, and then, you know what? I'll just load up my farm to see what it's looking like right now. So I kind of did that. So I'm going to add the 5950X. I'm going to add the 3950X here. I'm going to add the, what we got here? 3900Xs, and then I'll add the 7950X. How many of these do I got? I only got one of those bad boys. I wish I had more, but they cost too much. 39s. I think I have 2 of those. I got 20 of these bad boys. And then I still have more rigs on the way that I still have to put together. Hopefully they get here next week. And for these, I got 3. So let me 20, 23, 26. So yeah, the 3700X is there. Yeah, by the end of next week, I'm hoping to have a full 30 rigs up and running. So yeah, I'm hanging out around $18 a day right now, $11.33 after power on my CPU farm currently. That's about 4.6 Duro a day. So not too bad. Not too bad currently right now. Now, Jagger Coin did have that pump earlier. If I had a bunch of coins, I probably could have upped that to about maybe around $30 or $35 per day, but I haven't been mining that coin for a while. So that's another thing you got to keep in mind with the CPUs is some of these coins do pump sometimes. At any odd time, someone might be like, you know what? I got to get in on this node. This coin might actually be doing something. And they put in all these big buy orders. And then if you've been holding a little bit of coins, you could quickly turn around and dump those and make, some decent money in the future. But yeah, just wanted to run through that right quick here. So I see a bunch of ads here. I wasn't paying attention to the chat, so I don't know what's going on. Gaming with Smokey Dan. Rabid Mining. Quick question. Which of the downloads do I need for Windows 10 XM rig, MSVC or GCC? Is there any difference? I've been asking myself that question a lot. I've tried them both. I can't remember what the results were. Pretty much they're the same, but I ended up always getting the MSVC versions now. And I'm not sure why I did that, but for some reason, that's what I went with. I don't know the straight answer for that, but I would go with that version. I'll test them again. I'll download them both. I'll try them again because I can't remember why I ended up at that decision. There was something slightly different, but I don't remember what it was. Scrolling up. You've been watching. It's been down. Hedge. Okay. All right. I guess I'm caught up. There wasn't too many questions or anything going on. Oh, Jock McMiner UK says, question. I remind you, if you could run 6 by RX 580s free for 8 hours a day, what would you mine? RX 580s for free. So pretty much anything. All right, well, let's find out. Let's go to what to mine. What is it saying? Now remember, this is just giving us an idea of what to mine now. Now, there's a lot more to it of this deciding, should I mine the most profitable coin right now? Or should I mine something else? Now, in theory, if you mine the most profitable coin right now, you obviously make the most amount of money, and you can just swap that to another coin to get more of that coins, depending on the fees and the exchanges that you use. But let's just have a quick peek here in terms of a 580, because I'm not sure, how they're even performing these days. We're gonna go 580. I'm assuming 8 gigabyte here, so calculate 10 cents per kilowatt hour. Doesn't matter. So let's just go. We'll go free power. We're going free power here, so it'll have our profit thing in order. Neoxa. Okay, so it looks like Neoxa. We got Meow Coin, Furo, Raven Coin. So it looks like Neoxa. And actually, this is actually kind of good that Neoxa is in first, because Neoxa has potential to, have some nice price gains into the future. So I would probably roll with either Neoxa or Meow Coin. Meow Coin's still fairly new. They're trying to help out cats and stuff, but there's a lot of people that are up in the air still about Meow Coin, and that's because I believe like 40% of that does go to the devs. Maybe that's for their use case of giving to these cat things. I don't know what they're doing with it, but a lot of people seem to have issues with that. So if people start having issues with something, ultimately it may not explode or something, because people are having issues with a coin or governance or something. But a lot of people are talking about right now, so maybe it will do something good. But for right now, I would probably throw this on Neoxa. And for example, what I was talking about earlier, say for example, what if Ergo was the top coin right now, and see you're making say this was making 12 cents right now instead of 11 cents. Probably wouldn't make sense to swap that around, because it's only 1 cent. The fees and trading might take that away. But if it was worth it, more worthwhile to mine Ergo, but you're not really a firm believer in something like Ergo, and you really think, like I just said, Neoxa may pump, you mine that most profitable coin, then you swap it to Neoxa or whatever you truly believe will pump into the future. That's another way to go around this. So as for free power, I would probably roll a 580 on Neoxa right now, because number one, it probably will do something in the future, but again, I don't know for sure. Most new coins will most likely fail, but right now, there is a hype train behind Neoxa, so it has a chance to survive as long as it doesn't hit in any more attacks. So I would probably roll with Neoxa right now for you for free power. Andres, thank you for the $5 Threadripper donation. I don't know when there's going to be a Threadripper. I really want one so bad, but it's going to take a long time, because those things are expensive. AMD is best for mining because of bigger cache. Yeah, they got the L3. They can support the majority of the coins, like Ghost Rider and what's it called? What's that other one? Haven, Kryptonite Haven, the algorithms. I like to talk about the algorithm. You can just talk about a coin, but it's kind of misleading, because it's hilarious. You think about it, you like, just like I based on some of the comments, because people don't really know how the algorithm stuff works. So example, say you throw out, like when I did the testing on 7950X, we can see, is it here, like Ghost Rider algorithm, like Ghost Rider test, 7950X takes on Ghost Rider. So that means, that is your Bitorium, that's your Raptorium, that's your Jagger coin, and all these other coins that run off Ghost Rider will have the exact same power consumptions and hash rates, because that's the algorithm that they utilize. They're all Raptorium forks for the most part. Some coins actually utilize Ghost Rider, but they're forked from like Dash and stuff, which means the tokenomics are different, but the algorithm still performs the same. But most of these are Raptorium forks. Now, with that being said, like I released, Raptorium, Ghost Rider hash rates, and then someone asked me in the comments, well, how would Bitorium perform, or what settings would I use and stuff like that. It's exactly the same. It's all based on the algorithms. And the same thing follows for GPUs. If a new coin releases on ETH hash, and and someone's asking you, like, so what's your hash rate and your power consumption? All you got to say is the same as Ethereum. It's the same algorithm. That's so I like to like start to move away from, you know, the coin specific stuff and do it like I'm testing this algorithm, and those coins are supported within the algorithm. So it's going to be exactly the same across all those coins. For some of you guys that were unaware about that. Oh, Panda, what is going on? What's going on, Panda? What do we got? Another ad here. Cheers. Neoxa was my thought also. That was your thought? Yeah. So it looks like on the 580 Neoxa, like you said, 8 hours free power. Roll with Neoxa. It's currently sitting, you know, in first place at 11 cents. RPM in the house. Yeah, he is. I'm not sure what he's doing. What are you doing, Panda? What are you doing, Panda? You got a lot of servers on the way, I've seen. You've been building server stuff. Oh, crazy. Our Canadian internet is horrible. At the new house, needed something to listen to while I paint. Oh, you're painting. Awesome. Awesome. Are you painting like panda colors? Or is it like actually your house you're living in? You got to paint it like whatever the wife says. Or that 30 rigs I never catch you. Yeah, there's a couple there. Can you build a mining PC using Intel i9 12900K? Can you? Yes. Am I going to? Probably not. Like I don't know what you mean by that question. Is that what you mean? You want me to do it to test it out? I don't think it would be worth it, but you know, is it possible to do it? Yes, it's totally possible to do it. Is now KYC what? Rabbit bleh. Red Panda Mining, your YouTube ID is now KYC with YouTube? What? What are you talking about? What's going on? I'm confused. Any more questions, guys? Come on, what do we got? Let's talk about stuff. Let's do something. If he doesn't paint the house to the wife's liking, she'll give him panda eyes. Oh, yeah, you won't be able to turn that down at all. At all. You stuck with 13 only and 23900X not in the motherboard yet. Okay, I see the check mark. I heard China has hit 7 nanometer, which is cheaper than TSMC. I think I heard something about that too. Now, there's a very interesting thing going on with all this stuff. Like, China's really trying to take over Taiwan, and Taiwan is obviously the head shop, I guess, for all these, you know, microchips and everything that we need for GPUs, CPUs, televisions, everything, right? Is all pretty much coming from. Now, the US, they are putting up their plants, but last I heard, that was, you know, last year when the big shortage was going on, that it was going to be like 5 years till they had production. So if anything crazy happens between China and Taiwan, GPU prices are going to go through the roof, because there's probably not going to be any new gen because they can't make them. The next 2 or 3 gens most likely are not going to happen, or they'll be very, very rare depending who's going to process any of this stuff. So there may be hope for, you know, very high spike in scalper prices on GPUs if something happens there. Obviously, we don't want something to happen there, because then we won't get new hardware. There's going to be a massive shortage, like unlike we've ever seen before, and it's just be bad news. But, you know, take it any way you can. If you're stacking some GPUs and you want to sell them, you might be able to make a lot of money if something like that goes through. Have you mined Reen? What do you mean by Reen? What is Reen? I don't know. Let's find out. Reen. Let's take a look at Reen here. It sounds familiar. All it pops up here is Raycoin. Ring. Real coin, bread coin. We got a bread coin, cream coin. Oh my gosh. Fire ant coin. That sounds like a good one. What is that? Script. Hey, look at that. There's something for L7s or L3 pluses maybe. 250 terahash, 60.7 unknown at fireants.global. What the heck is this thing? Yeah, I don't know. Oh, it doesn't look like there's an exchange there. I was like simply quickly clicked away. Yeah, I don't see no price or nothing. Is it new? No, it's got a long 7 day. Yeah, who knows? No, I'm not mined that coin. Not sure what that is. China invades Taiwan. Take note of everything with modern silicone. Yeah, exactly. Everything. That's routers, cars, I don't know, anything, cell phones, anything that has a chip in it that needs to run, anything electronic is going to be non-existent. No new models. Cameras, like, it's going to be crazy thinking about if something like that happened. It'd be insane. You mine Pulsar till fork. Oh, are you on a GPU right now? Yeah, that's another thing I wanted to bring up. I forgot about it. I was looking into it. So right here, actually on Discord, you're welcome to jump in. So here it sounds like, so they are forking Pulsar. We'll just do a quick add everyone announcements, which comes straight into Discord from Pulsar. Is stay tuned. We're currently in the testing phase of our upcoming consensus rewards update. We're very excited to move the focus of our mining community back to a CPU heavier consensus. While we begin this project with only CPU mining in mind, the inclusion of the ability to mine Pulsar via GPUs was quite the surprise. If you're unfamiliar with that, it was curve hash. It was an extremely efficient algorithm. We could overclock some of our 3900Xs upwards of 4 to 4.1 gigahertz and only still utilize 0.97 volts or so. Very, very low voltage, high clock speeds, and they were stable. So, you know, they're doing really good CPUs. And all of a sudden, Wild Rig came out, released a GPU miner, and the GPUs just took over from there. Now they're going to be forking back, reducing rewards that are given to GPUs and increasing that to CPUs again. So hopefully this was a very profitable CPU coin back in the day before all that happened. And now they're just kind of, you know, trying to give more rewards back to the CPUs because it was supposed to be a CPU mineable coin. Anyway, they are in testnet phases right now. And then Jason here says you're welcome to join the testnet. And it says it will fork tonight if all goes well. So tonight, maybe the Pulsar fork, it is going to be swapping to Minotaur X, which is the same thing Avian is currently using. Now, I don't really like that decision, but, you know, they're still helping out CPUs here in that. But Minotaur X is it's a little higher power intensive algorithm. Actually, let's just have a quick peek here, I think. Let's go to the calculator. I'll get rid of all this googly gulp. I'm going to add a 3900X, load it, and where is Pulsar? What the heck? Oh, we need a 1 here. 1, load, Pulsar. Where's Minotaur X? So about 100 watts. So I guess that's not too bad, but most of the other ones we can see we're at the 95, 97, 97, 90 watt range and stuff. So yeah, so it is using a little more power, but regardless, it's going to Minotaur X. Now the reward distribution, do they have it here? I believe it's going to be GPUs will still be able to remain on the curve hash side of the algorithm, but their block reduction is being dropped down to only 20%. So 20% of the daily emissions will go to the GPUs, 30% will go to the CPUs in this case. So more of the coins per day will go to the CPUs, and it does look like 50% of the chain will remain on the proof of stake side. If you guys have been mining this for a while, you know, you can hit the staking size is almost like solo mining as you have coins within your wallet. All you got to do, there's no special hardware needed. All you got to do is open your wallet on your PC and encrypt it, then unlock it, and you're good to go. And you potentially have a chance to earn daily rewards in Pulsar with no added extra VPSs or running any type of software within to set up an actual server or anything. So there's that. So that may happen as early as tonight, and we'll see what happens there. So is it better I use Ryzen 9 5900Xs for PC mining? Well, it depends. Is it better than what? What are you comparing it to? Now, I personally find that between the 3 and the 5000 series, they're pretty much exactly the same. Now, the 3000 series does see a little bit more hash rate, nothing, you know, massively huge, but a little more on Ghost Rider algorithms. And the 5000 series does see slightly more on, you know, like Duro or something. But overall, it just comes down to which generation do you find for a cheaper cost, 3 or 5000 series. When it comes to cooling, motherboards, and everything, they all use the same platforms. So when it comes down to CPU, just look for whatever you can find at the cheapest. They all pretty much hash the same within those 2 generations, which does make the 7000 series gap pretty exciting, at least in my mind. Now, I know the price to build is very high because it's all new tech. It's DDR5. It's X670 motherboards. I guess B650s are out now. They aren't as cheap as I was hoping they would be, but they're out now as well. And there'll probably be some cheaper versions coming in, but it's all new gen. But it actually seen a pretty noticeable efficiency and hash rate boost across the board. So between the 3 and 5, we didn't see anything different at all. They're pretty much the exact same CPUs when it comes to mining, but the 7000 series is a nice boost. So I think next year or the following year, whenever they run their cycles, we'll probably see a nice price to performance increase on the 7000 series, because then the 8000 will come out. We've had these new motherboards out for a while now. They'll be, you know, them all over the place. You may see some used market stuff. So the price to build a rig will come down with the newer gen, and they're a lot more efficient than the 3 and 5000 series as well. Hey, at Rabid Mining, Red Panda Mining, is the Marslander Bitcoin miner worth a punt? I think it all depends on, are you a gambler? I still never did my video on it, but I'm going to. But I think it all comes down to, is it a gambler? Like, I like to look at the perspective is, when I go to the store and stuff every once in a while, I see people spending $20 to $40 every couple days on lottery tickets, and most likely you're not going to win. So if someone's spending every couple, so say twice a week, someone's spending $40 on lottery tickets, right? You know, older people, all sorts of people, they do this. They're addicted to gambling. So 40 times 2 is obviously 80. And so that's $80 a week. You times that by 4. That's $320 a month that some people are spending on lottery tickets alone. So within 2.5 months, even if you don't hit anything, your gambling addiction is in 2.5 months already ROI'd itself in one of these miners without even hitting anything. And depending on the Bitcoin block time, so it's usually around the 10-minute mark, but you know, as the hash rate went up and difficulty just, you know, skyrocketed, you know, it's been up to an hour at some points. But you know, usually when it's all said and done, it's supposed to be around the 10-minute mark. In theory, you have a chance to win that lottery every 10 minutes for the rest of your life. So it just depends. Is that worth it in your mind, or is it not worth it in your mind? What happens if you hit a solo block? Well, currently right now, it's about 6.3 Bitcoin or something. So you get 6 Bitcoin if you hit that lottery. At the next halving, it's going to be 3.25 or something like that. I can't remember the exact number, but it's going to be slightly over 3, which is still going to look pretty good, especially if Bitcoin hits at least $100,000. That's $300,000 that you could potentially win through it. So it all depends, I think, on your perspective of gambling. Most people say, oh, it's only making 2 cents a day, it's not worth it, or something like that. Or it's very inefficient. You know, you can buy an S9 or something like that, and it's more efficient, or S19J or something. It's more efficient than one of these. But an S19 or something is coming in at like 3,000 watts. You notice that on your power bill. This little thing comes in at like 16 watts. It's not going to break the bank on a power bill for a potential mini thing. So yes, it's a little less efficient as a big miner like that, but you're not going to be like, okay, Bitcoin has to stay at this price or I'm going broke type of operation here. And the noise is, you know, through the roof on those ASICs. So it all depends on your whole mentality and what you think about mining. Like you have that chance to hit the solo block. Most likely you probably won't, but you never know. So that's just how I look at the whole Mars lunar lander thing. I think Techman is right up his alley because he loves this stuff. 3.125 Bitcoin per block. So at today's price. Yeah, and that's at the next halving. Right now it's 6 point some Bitcoin. So if you were to, you have up until 2023. Is it end of 2022 or is mid 2023? I don't even know when the halving is. But currently right now, for the next 2 years or so, year and a half, 2 years, it's 6 Bitcoin for that block. So we have a year and a half, 2 years to maybe smash out 6 Bitcoin. And that would be an absolutely insane payday if that happens. But again, remember guys, it's next to nothing. But I think the odds of actually hitting that solo block may be higher than winning the lottery. I don't know for sure, but I'm not a statistic person. But it's interesting. The next Bitcoin halving is scheduled to take place in 2024 at block 840, April 19th. 2024. Okay, so there we go. It's happening in 2024. So we have not quite 2 years. We have a year and 3 quarters of 6 Bitcoin block rewards. There you go. Someone hit it on NiceHash this week. Oh, really? And someone smashed a block on NiceHash. How much hash rate does NiceHash have for Bitcoin? They have that much? Huh. But again, remember, it's just luck based as well. You can get very, very lucky, or you could get very, very unlucky. It takes me 2 weeks to hit a Monero block. You getting too old, my man, Patrick Murphy. What are you guys talking about over there? Some spend 100 or more a day. Yeah, well, that's for sure. I'm just going off basic people I've seen. Like sometimes I go out there, if it's going good and the lottery's been racking for a while, every Friday I'll go out there and get the Lotto Max for $20 or something. And they actually moved it to twice a week. That's still $40 for me that I would spend, but usually even $20 a week. So even if I only went with a $20 every Friday type of lotto thing, that's 2, 4, 6, that's $60 a month. So just extend that. So like 6 months, this thing would pay for itself. So forget about, the government lotteries and potentially win a Bitcoin lottery, which is probably a lot better anyway, but we'll see what happens. What's better for Monero, a 7950X or an i9-13900K? I don't know. I'm not sure actually. I've not seen any hash rates on it, so I have no idea how it's going to perform. And I have no idea what the efficiencies are on it. So I'm not really sure. In theory, it is a 32 thread. So it may be on par with the 3950 and 5950X on Monero. Now it has a lot more L2. So that may help increase the hash rate per thread. So that means it might come out slightly a little bit better than a Ryzen mining Monero. But again, this is all just speculation based on stats of a CPU, and I don't know for sure. The only thing I do know for sure is it is a 20-some core 32 thread CPU, and that it only has 36 megabytes of L3, which means you can only utilize 18 cores on Ghostwriter, and that's only 2 cores more than a 3700X Ryzen CPU. So when it comes to Ghostwriter algorithms and stuff, the Intel still really lags behind. So it's not really an all-rounder. But if it does, do very good on like Monero and Dero and stuff, it could become a nice single miner, a specific miner. Call it like the ASIC of CPU mineable coins, I guess. How's Helium? I kind of rolled through my numbers earlier. It's offline today, so it's not working. It's yellow. But yesterday, like I hit 0.1 HNT reward. I'm a lone miner, 2 miners, about a block and a half apart, 2 different locations. I'm a little over $1 some a week, I guess. Not the greatest. Some days I do have $1 days, but it's been offline for, it's like do one, skip one type of day for rewards lately. Intel is awesome on AVN. Interesting. Okay, so yeah, there you go. AVN is AVN. That's Minotaur X. Yeah, AVN's Minotaur X, which means it will do awesome on Pulsar when they fork as well, fully electric. So there's that. So not an L3 dependent algorithm. It also depends if it's a RAM dependent algorithm. I don't know how these Intels perform RAM wise, because remember, everything we look on like Gamer Nexus, J2Sense, Linus, stuff like that, it's all gamer oriented type of I almost said hash rates, not hash rates, but oriented type of reviews and stuff. So as mining, we pretty much throw all that out the window. We're not trying to hype up any single thread performance and overclocks and craziness. We want to run efficient, we want to get all core overclocks, and we want to utilize the least amount of power to get the highest hash to watt ratio. So everything they pretty much mentioned in that in terms of cooling and everything is not existent to us as CPU miners, because we don't need I could probably get away with a Wraith Prism cooler on the 7950X, just CPU mining at some nice efficient settings, where we watch theirs, this thing's burning up at 90 some degrees Celsius and they got big AIOs and everything on them. We don't care about that. We're running these at a lot lower clock speeds and we're not burning the power that they're using as well with those higher voltages. So yeah, just 2 totally different, I guess, areas that use out of these things. Do you think mining on NiceHash is profitable? It depends. Now, I don't like NiceHash in general, but on the CPU side, it's one of the least profitable ways to mine, because it does, unless they change, I heard a rumor they might be adding a couple Ghostwriter coins, but I don't know. But as far as I'm aware, you're only mining Monero, and Monero is one of the least profitable coins. It has been for a very long time now, just because it has so much hash rate on the network. But there's other things out there. But for GPUs, it seems like it has its odd day where there are some really big buy orders in. And I think this has to do with the whole find the block thing. So NiceHash marketing, they have a very great marketing and PR team. Can't get them wrong there. They have pretty much 90% of their users fooled about how much of a great profit switching platform they are when they don't profit switch whatsoever. All they do is point your hash rate at what a buyer buys. But this find a solo block thing is really geared towards the buyer because it's probably been finding less people to rent hash power ever since Ethereum stuff was gone. So ever since this whole find the solo block thing came in, it looks like there have been some high buy orders on Ethereum Classic and things like this, and it has made NiceHash fairly profitable, quite a bit more profitable than just normally mining a coin on GPUs. And again, it's not consistent. It's just the odd time a big order goes in, but it has happened. So maybe for a GPU miner, you may be making a little bit more using NiceHash sometimes. That kind of makes sense. We have Bitorium. We have Bitorium people here. Are there Bitorium people here? We want to know. Bernandez Zickus wants to know if we have Bitorium people in the house. Anybody here in Bitorium? Going once, going twice. Guess not. So the Cadena Gold Shell Pro boxes are no good. They're okay still. They're still profitable right now. It's just that in the future they might not be. We can take a look at it one right now. Let's see what it's doing. Here's Pool Flare. Oh, I went to Aeon Pool. What? Wrong one. This one. Okay, so we're gonna scroll down. We'll go to others, and I gotta go to full screen here. So 0.78. So here's the last 24 hours at this. What the heck? It went down a few days ago. Whoa, what? Oh yeah, my internet went down the other day. I forgot about that. So that's what this gap is. But for the past 24 hours, it's made 0.730420. Hey, 420 is in there for you guys there that care. So let's just go to KDA price. Let's see what it's currently making us today in USD. 91 cents. So this thing is making 91 cents a day at the current prices. Remember, Cadena did pump up to around $23. So right now, let's just say 23 times 0.73. That would be about $16 a day if we held off for the next bull run. Now, this does burn about 230 watts, which at 10 cents per kilowatt hour is around 55 cents or something per 24 hours. So we're about 40 cents, 38 cents after power in terms of profitability here. Take it any way you want. It doesn't use that much power, so maybe you're just paying out of pocket. I don't know. Up to you, but the profitability is there. But the big thing is, once these KA3s do kind of come onto the market here, let's just have a look down here. ASICs. I'll just put in, let's say right here, we'll use this number here. 2.6 terahash, I believe these do, 2.6. So there we go. So if 5,000 of these KA3s come online, 2.6 terahash, which is a gold pro, will only be making about 0.15 coins a day. We just finished looking, I was making 0.73, 74. This will now only be making 0.15, which is 18 cents rewards at the current price of $1.23. What is current price now, actually? I just got rid of that. So let's go back to KD. Dana. $1.25. $1.25. Okay, so we're up a little bit. Say current price. So 19 cents a day is what this thing would be making. It would not be covering power. Same thing applies to the KD Maxes. They won't even be able to cover their power. It's insane. Rud Putch just gifted 5 memberships to 5 random people. Who gets them? Ninja Kid, The Kims, Andy, what do we got? Alex made J twice, Patrick Guyan, and Trying to Mine. Congratulations for the 5 free memberships you just got rewarded, courtesy of Red Pot. So everyone say thank you to him. Awesome. Good job, Rud. So that's a quick profitability. Oh, I wanted to bring up something on Reddit. So I don't know. I think there's a scam, a roaring guy. So keep an eye out for this. Maybe it's legit. I highly doubt it, but we'll see. So I just want to go through this. Don't listen. People in debt. No scam. Show it's on a fit. Okay, right here. So look at this guy. Now I can't see this happening. Did he erase it already? No, he didn't. So anyone aware of the KA3 Pro 280 terahash? He has a picture here. I went to the official Bitmain website, and this is obviously not listed on their website. And this is what he told me. I said, it's not on their official website, and I doubt they would release something so new so soon. Beware of scams. And this guy says, yes, I do understand it's not shown on the official website. I got information from a reputable supplier. He told me they don't have any new yet, but they got and share with me. I bought 9 units KA3 already, so I keep watching news around the miners. So, you know, take it anyway. Well, I think this is a huge scam myself. I don't see anything about a KA3. Remember, Bitmain didn't tweet nothing about some new miner coming out or nothing. So beware of scam shops trying to promote things that don't exist. This guy, either he's part of this whole scam thing, which he probably is. I don't know if he actually got 9 units. Maybe he did, but it seems no one else can. But, you know, just take it any way you want. Yentin is still at the top of the list at CPU pools. Yentin, I keep hearing about that. Where are we at, Yentin? Yentin. Yes, power R16. This is not, that's not good. I gotta check out something. Yes, power R16. I just want to go into Tizen right quick here. Oh, yes, script. Okay, yeah, never mind. Okay, Yentin. What's that other coin that came out not too long ago? Okay, where's new coins here? New coins, where is... Okay, Onyx, yes, power. Vertorium, maybe this is the one. Yes, script R16. Okay. Yes, script R16. Yes, script R16. Yes, power. Okay, so this one is different. So the other two, these algorithms are too close together. So yes, power R16 may be the good CPU mineable one. Now Tizen, which was promoted as a big CPU mineable coin, as well with that new Vert that I was kind of looking there, Vertorium, I think it is. But GPUs seem to outperform on the yes script R16 algorithm, not CPUs. CPUs combine it, they do decent, but GPUs are better. So Yentin is yes, power R16. So there's so many different algorithms. It's kind of confusing here. So maybe I'll look into this to see what's going on here. That's interesting. South Exchange, $21 in volume, not very much. But hey, you know what? It is $20. Hopefully, you know that $20 is going into your pocket. But we'll see. Interesting. 17,000 daily emissions. Yeah. I don't know. Gotta check that one out sometime, I guess. I just dropped in, but did you check out Virtual Empire coin? What is this one now? All right, let's find out. Virtual Empire coin. It's not on here. Okay, let's try Empire. Empire's not on here yet either. Nope, never checked it out because I can't find nothing on it. I just dropped. Okay, Fudweiser, try Mini Z. It is better now than. Oh yeah, you guys talk about the old Flux thing. Mini Z. You have luck in your life. Thanks. Alex made J. I got luck. Congratulations for getting that. Hello everyone. Okay, hello. Do I have any ads here? Any questions? Anything going on? How is he? Okay, we went to the helium thing. Best wallet for Neoxa. I don't know. I honestly, I don't know. Let's find out. Let's see what Neoxa has going on its website. I imagine Zelcore might, like, I don't like to put Zelcore in the best wallet category myself, but I imagine it will have support. A lot of you guys do love that coin or that wallet because they are a PA on Flux. But, you know, let's just see. Where's the white paper game servers home? Download wallet. All right, this one. This is the one on their official website. So I go with that one for now. As for the other ones that support it, I don't know. I'm not sure. So yeah, I go with their official website wallet. And then, you know, once wallets you trust, like maybe Exodus, if you guys use that, it doesn't support it yet, but you know, I'm just running down the list of names of wallets you may use, and if they start supporting that coin, then you can just use that one. QT for now, Zelcore coming. There you go, it's answered. So the QT wallet on their website, which I just showed you, and then Zelcore is coming sometime in the future. So those are your options currently, by the sounds of things. Just kidding, Zelcore for this. It's supposed to be coming to. Oh, is it okay? Maybe it's going to Ledger soon too, as well. That could be interesting. Any mining around 10 watts or less? Any mining around 10 watts or less? Maybe Chia, potentially, depending on the hard drive that you do get. Maybe like a 5,000 RPM one for the farm drive might be under 10 watts. Cell phones maybe could be under 10 watts. Other than that, I'm not really sure about anything that would be under 10 watts worth of mining. Helium. Oh yeah, okay, helium. There you go, 5 watts. Yeah, how could I forget about helium? Helium's like one of the best things out there right now, isn't it, guys? Just kidding. There's a lot of people with mixed reactions currently on helium. I am interested though. Like, I don't know what's going on with the whole helium thing. I really got to look into it. But if they really like with their 5G stuff that's coming out, and there's supposed to be IoT hotspots, and like Canada's always last in line for all these things. So I don't know what kind of support is out here, but it sounds like in the States, like they're legitly going to be able to run your own cell service within helium. Now, I think some people might not think it's a good thing, but I think that's a big deal. Like, seriously, here in Canada, we got Rogers and TELUS, and we have some of the most expensive cell phone plans in the world. It's insanely retarded. If they can actually do stuff like that, I am 100% in on it. I for real. Like, if I can cut down cell phone costs or data costs or anything, if they start actually doing this type of stuff, I'm all in. But until I actually see like Canadian support or something like that, then we'll see what happens. But yeah, I don't know. It's going to be an interesting stuff. But that's some of the rumors that's what the blockchain can do. Now the other issue is this whole Solana thing. As we know, Solana is one of those blockchains that doesn't seem to know how to stay online. So then it's just going to turn into another Rogers outage. And then Helium can just be like, hey, I think our network's working good. Solana just went down. So maybe they just wanted to do that so they could blame, non-reward days on Solana itself. Not my fault, guys. Solana's down again. Sorry. That could be a thing. Canada just banned the purchase of yes, is that what it is, like that? Or no, or is it X amount of ones? I don't even know how the whole thing works. I gotta watch the news again. I don't really follow most of that stuff. Brain radiation for yeah, or that for sure. Helium's amazing. Hey Magic, what's going on? Welcome. What are you doing? What's up? Curtis Markham, LOL miner version 1.61, better on my 30 series by 10 souls. Everything else, 10 and 20 series, mini Z still better, at least on my rigs. Oh yeah, interesting. Oh wait, didn't mini Z, or didn't BZ miner? Someone just released like last night a new miner that's supposed to be like the best one now. It's funny because, like I said, we kind of spoke about this yesterday. Like, as these new miners, all these miners are is literally miner dev wars. It's not really your guys' wars. In the end, everyone's just going to use the one miner that produces the most amount of hash rate. Now, we are going to have to do testing on which miner actually produces the most amount of shares. Shares to the pool is what really matters, not your reported hash rate. A lot of people don't realize this, and they just think, oh, I'm getting reported this amount of hash rate. This is a wicked miner. Because of it, they also up the dev costs. In the end, difficulty adjusts to everything that's being supported, and you're actually losing more long-term because now you're getting the same amount of rewards, but you're paying higher of a dev fee to the miner dev itself. So you're losing, bottom line. But, we're going to have to test this out, see which miners is actually doing its job. Is it reporting correctly, or are you actually not sending the shares, and you could be actually hashing less than you would be, because all that matters is the shares. You could have 100 mega hash on something, and if you're sending shares at a 20 mega hash rate, you're only getting paid for 20 mega hash, not 100 mega hash, even though your software is telling you you're doing 100 mega hash. So keep these things in the back of your minds, guys. Don't just leap onto something because you think it may be better. Do research, do some testing, make sure it's actually working. You're seeing the better hash rate on the pools. I have verified. Okay, verification complete. Good thing we had that talk. It is a better miner now. Awesome. Okay, thank you very much for that, Curtis. It's been verified. Mini Z gets same hash at 2% less power on 2080 Ti's for me. Yeah, that's another thing too, is the miner using more power, less power, is efficiency come into play here, and so on. A lot of different factors other than just the reported hash rate to factor into actual profitabilities. Any questions, guys? We got 101 viewers, 49 likes. Smash that like button. Smash that like button again, and then smash it the third time. That way you're back on the thumbs up and you're not on the thumbs down. Or removal. All right, it just jumped up to 52. Nice. Keep it up. Keep it up. Mini Z gets same hash. That. Questions, guys. You guys got questions? You got questions? I may potentially have answers. I might not have answers either. So we'll see. Rabid hosting miner service for our KA3s. What? Yeah, okay. I can do that. I'll host your KA3s. 50% rewards. I'm just kidding. I can't host that. I'm trying to deal with my own power. I don't have the power capability to host anything. I'm trying to, be able just to support my own rigs. I'm getting pretty close to power limited here, and it's expensive power also. Why is there no water on the moon? I don't know. It dried up. It's frozen. Something. Who knows? Oh, Budweiser just waxed the Lambo. Nice. What's best to mine today? How about hash rates with Ergo? I don't know, but what is the Ergo hash rate actually currently at right now? Let's find out. Ergo hash rate is hanging out at a mere 56.4 terahash. We go to the month. Not too bad. Where is that Ergo thingamajigger? Ergo difficulty monitor right here. What do we got going on? Thinking 80. Whoa, guys. Right now is a good time for Ergo, kind of, I guess. So the block time on Ergo currently is only 85 to 103 seconds. That is less than 2-minute block times, which means Ergo is currently pumping out a lot more Ergo. Oh, never mind. You only got 5 blocks left of this quick block time. It's about to go to the next epoch here. So we're currently at 5.7 difficulty. It's going to move up to 6.5. All right, cancel that. Don't go over there. The block times is about to go up a little bit because the difficulty is about to adjust. It was good for, if you're mining it during this current epoch, maybe. You tried Mini Z on your 30 series for Kapow, and it was getting way better efficiency than 10 T-Rex. GPUR runs at 6 watts Intel base and a 4x PCI Express slot. Thought about putting my RAID card in it for Chia. What would you personally try to mine with 0.02 kilowatt hour price? 2-cent power? 2-cent power. That's you could probably mine anything with anything. Like, let's look at a 580. Polaris cards aren't the most efficient cards out there. But with 2-cent power, it almost doesn't even matter. Let's find out. 2-cent power. Neoxa making 3 cents. Vertcoin making 3 cents. 2 cents, 3 cents, 2 cents, 2 cents. Yeah, an RX 580 can even make cash on 2-cent power. Now let's look at something like a 3070. Where's 3070? There you are. 2-cent power, engage. There you go. So, 19 cents, 18 cents, 17 cents, 17 cents on Flux, 16 cents on Neoxa, 16. No, pretty much mine whatever you want. 2-cent power, you're all good. Is 28 megahash at 150 watts good on Kapow on a 3060 Ti? Mining some Kapow coins. 28 megahash, 150 watts. So what's the mine telling us for that? Because you can tweak. Usually you can tweak a little better than what the mine tells us. So 3060 Ti. 28 at 190. You're doing 150 at 20. So you're already better off than what to mine says. I guess that's pretty good then. Yeah, sure. Mine nothing, everyone off the network. We need lower difficulty and higher yields. I highly encourage loose hands to quit. I think everyone's encouraging that. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know who's all mining right now. Honestly, I'm not. I'm not mining on my GPU, so it's not me. I can't afford it. Like I said, like I cannot afford to pay power out of my pocket. So even if I was to turn my GPUs on and use my crypto, I would be losing crypto every day to cover it. Like, so whatever stashes I have up from previously, ergo, whatever, by the time, it may get profitable again, I would have depleted my holdings of my coins trying to pay for my power. So my GPUs are off. It makes 0 sense for me to mine right now. I can't afford paying out of pocket the power of that. So I only mine with whatever is currently at least covering its power cost and then some. Still 120 series on. I am got 0.6 kilowatt hour. Nice. You got 6 cents. That's about the break even point, I think, right now. 6 cents, 7 cents here. So 6 cents is like the main break even point everywhere. So let's see. Yeah, 1 cent ergo, 1 cent Bert hash, 0.000 break even. Then obviously we have some odd ones that are in the negatives, but nice. Yeah, 6 cents is the break even point for mining crypto right now. Is in ARS. I'm paying 20 cents. Oh yeah, that's too high. You're not mining right now, are you? Oh, 2 cents. Okay, never mind. He's got 2 cent power. He can do whatever he wants. There's no such thing as bear markets and crypto winters when you only got 2 cent power. Who cares about ETH merge? 2 cent power. That's bottom line. Oh, we got fully electric too, though. He has free power, so that definitely it doesn't matter what happens. Crypto, like whatever you're mining, could be worth 1 cent. You're still technically making something with free power. Transition slowly to running flux nodes. All right. Break even mining is short sighted. If the coin price goes down after you mined it, if you actually paid a lot more for the coin, mining should have high yields or high profit. Yeah, for sure it should. It definitely could go down. That's the one thing you got to know is what's going on with the markets. And like I've been saying, keep an eye out for this, but I really think the bottom of the crypto market hasn't happened yet. That's still going to happen sometime between December to February is when Bitcoin will hit the bottom. And what happens when Bitcoin goes down? So does everything else. You see the odd pump, or it might take a day or two delay behind when, it starts to drop. But eventually, everything starts to hit new floors and everything. And I still think the bottom of the whole market has not happened yet. And then once it does, then we'll have our sideways and upward swings and ups and downs and so on, leading into the next crypto explosion, which I kind of want to talk about. We talked about this the other day. And I really think I don't know, I don't have all the information to do a video on it or nothing yet, but I think there's a lot of uncertainty with the GPU mineable coins, and I wasn't really aware of all this up until I was kind of looking at it last night. So let's just have a quick look at, let's take ETC for an example. ETC price. ETC is on a nice forward momentum crypto cycle price explosion type of booms. Look at it. So let's take a look. Here we are, 2018. So 2017, 2018, boom, we've seen it go up. 2021 came around and it hit new all-time highs. Now, nothing explosive like Ethereum or nothing, but it went up. It's seen new all-time highs. So hopefully we'll see ETC reach new all-time highs. This is where things get interesting on the other coins. Let's take Ergo for an example. Ergo actually didn't even see its previous all-time highs, guys. So we're all hoping for it to hit these prices. But look in 2017. Ergo peaked out at $28.77 in 2017. 2021's biggest bull run here, it only hit $23. It's like $5 less than its previous all-time high. We're on a downward trend of bull markets on Ergo. Now, it doesn't mean Ergo won't, peak past this, maybe peak past this. But if we're looking at this, we're on a downward spike here for Ergo, which doesn't really look good long term, which means the next bull run, if Ergo may not be a go-to, and it's going to need $2,500 or so to be as profitable as Ethereum was before the merge in the bear market. And if we're moving downhill, we're definitely not going to be hitting any $2,500. A few factors to come in here. We didn't really have the regulations of the emission schedule or everything. We lost a little bit of Ergo, but not much. We're definitely going to have a huge emission drop off in block rewards, making Ergo a lot harder to get by the time the next bull run comes around. With a block reward in 2025 is only going to be like 12 Ergo, where we're at 45 right now, and just last month we were at 48. That may help the price boom. So there's that. Now let's take a look at something like Ravencoin. Maybe Ravencoin didn't really even see a previous bull run before this one. I thought it was out earlier, but it came out in 2018. It was pretty much a fork right after the 2017 run, which means maybe they're just trying to capitalize on the huge influx of crypto. Maybe Raven has no future. I don't know. It pumped up not too bad actually in the last one, so it may do something, but we have not seen a second cycle happen on Ravencoin. So now it's really up in the air. Is Ravencoin going to go higher, or is it not going to see its all-time high? And this is pretty much what we're noticing with a lot of these coins here, that there's a lot of uncertainty about a next go-to because there's not enough information right now to see what could happen here. Flux, it looks like Flux has been gaining some fairly steady momentum, which is a good thing. It's a fairly new coin though. Like I said, it dropped, according to this, is 2018 or so. It's coming up, but it has been seeing nice price improvements moving forward. And everything that Flux is currently doing on the network, you know, running these nodes, running their whole network as being, you know, a potential counter to something like AWS, and doing all this useful stuff within the network that a lot of us crypto users, you know, want and need in real world applications. It's a good chance Flux is going to see some next high gains, but you know, it peaked at $3.98 USD. We need to see prices within the $800 to $900 range in order to, again, just for Flux to be as on par with Ethereum prior to the merge. And that's just to make like, you know, 98 cents a day, like $1 a day on a GPU is what Flux needs to hit, like $800 to support the same amount of hash rate and stuff that's coming in. Remember, all this hash rate, no farms and stuff haven't really sold yet. Everyone, just because it looks like some of the hash rate may be coming offline right now, a lot of people are just shut off. They're holding on. We have not seen a big GPU massive sale across the used market yet. That has not happened. Everyone's holding on, hoping that will become profitable again. So there is a really high chance that the next bull market may be less profitable than the current bear market before Ethereum went to the merge, like just prior to the merge with Ethereum. So we got to keep this in the back of our minds, guy. The next bull market's probably not going to be too hot that we're all hoping for in terms of these coins, because there's a lot of uncertainty with some of them not even hitting previous bull run all-time highs. So there's a lot of interesting stuff going on here, and I don't really know what's going to happen behind all this so far. Well, he used to mine it, but you also notice BBT is also going a lot more into ASICs now, and he's not really purchasing GPUs either. So maybe he's pointing this out. Previously, like Ravencoin had a lot of stuff going on in 2018, 2019, 2020. Ravencoin was a hot topic, was the next coin to potentially do something for sure. But there's been a lot of negative comments on it lately and how the devs haven't really been doing anything. It sounds like they are starting to maybe start to do some things lately again, but I think a lot of people did lose confidence in it recently. So again, I don't know. I'm not like a big crypto trader or blockchain guy. I'm just basing everything on those charts and, you know, speculation on what other people say and how people talk about things. And the future is very unknown right now. But I do think Flux is definitely a contender to see huge price gains. It's just that I don't think it's going to be at the levels to make GPU mining anywhere close to what we saw in 2021. It's going to be a lot different story, I think, in the next bull run. Maybe in a 2 cycles or something after that, we may see some massive price discovery and things come in. But right now, like, you really got to think about it. What is a coin? What is this coin doing different than that coin? What makes this coin so special than that coin? Well, when it comes to mining Kapow, obviously you're spending a lot more in power. That's not anything special. That's actually a bad thing in my mind. There may be some FPGAs and stuff coming out for Kapow. That's something on the rumor mill as well, which points GPUs out a little bit. So there's a lot of interesting stuff going on in the crypto world right now. But moving into the future, it really comes down to, what is that coin doing differently than everything else? What made Ethereum explode, in 2020, moving into 2021? That was DeFi, that was NFTs, that was a massive user base moving into Ethereum. Whether you like Ethereum or hate Ethereum to death because of the move to POS, whatever, you cannot deny the fact that it has so many users. That's what values a coin. Ravencoin, all these coins, they're trying to add NFTs and stuff now. They're not doing anything new. This has just become the new normal now. There's nothing new going across any of these coins right now, other than maybe something like FLUX, because they are putting together this huge ecosystem within everything and trying to do something else. So that's why they do see a big potential feature moving up. But as for, like Ravencoin and stuff, they're not doing anything different. How are you going to pull in mass amount of investors if you don't do something that attracts investors? That's just my whole 2 cents on the whole situation. Like, I don't know what's going on, but that's just what I see. And nobody's really doing anything different. Everyone's doing everything the same and just saying, oh, we're going to be the next best thing. That's all I really see going on right now. No. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, FLUX is really probably the only coin that's actually doing something different at this point in time. So, but again, we don't know. Like, I have no idea. That's just my 2 cents. That's my opinion. Don't mean this is exactly how anything's going to play out, but do your own research, guy. Look into things. But I really don't see anybody else doing anything different to stand out other than, something like FLUX kind of is. I'm not trying to just pump out FLUX right now, but that's legitimately what I think is kind of going on right now. And basing off everything off there, Ergo didn't see its previous 2017 all-time high. Raven came out right at the end of that bull run, so it just kind of threw its coin out, and maybe we had potential, but that's been falling off. So who knows what's actually going to happen? And like I said, ETC has actually been seeing the uphill battle, and it's been kind of interesting. ETC is the next top coin to mine right now. Hate it or not, ETH-based coin, Ethereum Classic, it's the top coin right now. It's paying miners the most out of all the other coins. It's sad. It has, a lot of hash rate on it, that it's not making it super profitable, but it is seeing the forward swings that it should be seeing to move forward in the future as well. So it may see some nice new all-time highs. Anyway, so what do we got going on here? Freedom Miner, this is really good info. I think people should be more aware of this real world utility. That's what ETH had to offer. We really need world utility in a project to go back to that. Yeah, for sure. Like, Caspa's another one. Yeah, Caspa's new. They're trying to do new things, but again, they're very, very new. And if you've been following their fast track, they wanted to start on CPUs, move to GPUs, and then move to FPGAs. And in the end, they want to be ASIC dominated. So take it any way you want. Maybe decent on GPUs right now. It's currently not profitable because there's too much hash rate on there. But, it's very interesting on all these whole projects. I think there's a lot of uncertainty. Now, it may pay off. We may see something happen by 2025 to make some coin really explode. I'm not denying it. I'm not saying that won't happen. But I like to look at the bottom of the barrel. And if you can survive at the bottom throughout all this, any bonuses on top is just pure gravy and you're smiling. So if you can, afford to, expand and do everything at the bottom and be okay, then you're good to go with any added bonuses on top of that. Try using it. It sucks as a VPS. Does it really? I don't know. I have no idea all these things, but all I know is they're trying to do things. FPGA is going to be half of the Caspa net hash rate. Oh, for sure. And I believe Ergo is going to be having some FPGA issues very, very soon. There's a potential chance. Like I said, Kapow may have some FPGA, maybe even mini ASICs problems on it very soon as well. So these other guys, like there's always somebody trying to make something better and more efficient. Nothing's safe. Just because you're ASIC resistant does not mean you're safe. Hope to make ASICs for CASP with more security, more chance to grow into something. Well, I think there is going to be ASICs will happen on CASP, but according to their their time frame, as far as I'm aware. But I don't really know. I haven't really looked into Caspa too much, so I don't know. I'm just, like, again, speculation based off what people say. That's their whole time frame is, I guess, CPU, GPU, FPGA, ASIC. Have you ever mined? No, I have not mined with an FPGA. I'm trying to get my hands on one, just to play around with one, see how they do on certain things. But no, I have not mined. I know you need your bit. Well, I can't remember what they're called. Can't remember what it's called, but it is a headache to get them all programmed and ready to go for certain things and to change things. But yeah, Bitstream, that's what it is. You need the Bitstream and everything ready to roll and stuff for it. FPGAs are expensive and impossible to find. Yeah, I'm not sure. Hive OS has Bitstream. Do they really? Interesting. GPUs is like a Kickstarter for change. Yeah, for sure. It definitely is. Okay, yeah. So, any questions, guys? Got any more questions? Any more outs at me? We've been here for an hour and a half or so. My throat's getting a little bit on the dry side. So, but I do appreciate everyone for showing up for this live stream. I will see you guys all in. I got to get my buttons and stuff ready. Here we go. Rabid out. I totally failed on finding the screen. There we go.